Okay, checking. I think everything is working. Hello. I've swapped computers again, so things might sound a little bit different, but hopefully they are working. Okay. I think I have my windows arranged in an order that makes sense. Let's make sure I've got the right place. Okay, so hopefully coming to this room with completely fresh instead of tired from the rest of this level will help me deal with it a little better. So deal is that could happen while on the button. Then it would step back. It could actually have a couple of turns leeway from there. There's no way it could be turning from there. It could theoretically be turning from here, but then it would have to have come from this way, which there's no way this could work. Only room in this level as far as I can. Yeah, so it has to come. The only way this works is if it comes from this tile. So to get to this tile, it has to have done something else. This works out really nicely. So I definitely need to put tile here, a tile there, at the bare minimum. I know those two are required. That's always annoying. Okay, need one there. So I'm absolutely sure I need those two. I don't think there's any other way for this to work. So previously we got... Oh yeah, also I need one here because it should be turning that way here. Something like that. It might could turn at a different location, but I don't think it matters that much. Here. I'm gonna try that and hope that it helps. I feel like what I vaguely remember is my attempt last time had it turning on this tile. But it could also work for it to go through here, turn on that tile, I think. Or more accurately, to go through here, I think. Right? No. No, it has to be turning on this tile, because otherwise the timing doesn't line up right. And I need at least one safe place between when it's going south and when it's going north. So I think that means it has to turn on this tile. Because that would force it to sit on this tile long enough. So to get there, it has to be coming probably from here. Yeah. So I had better put one here. it came from here, and it was going east, I think this is the only place it could have turned to arrive there. I don't know, if it turned here, it could be all the way back there. Maybe I'll try putting a rock here. So at this point, I've used 5 of the 6 rocks, and so with the remaining 3, I have to get it from the starting direction into this row. Or I'm supposed to reuse a rock, which is always a possibility. This won't work because I'd have to put a rock in the way. Else that it could be safe. I guess maybe this one is bad. This won't really work. So push it back over here. That could work. But now I have to find a way to make it work from here. That's not timed right. This is the issue I ran into last time. The timing doesn't line up between the way that it will be when it starts and the way that it needs to be at the end. And I don't know how to fix that. Yeah, if I try to work it from the end, then I get one pattern. If I try to work it from the front, then I get a completely different pattern. It seems like it's the only one that can work. Just isn't any way to keep it safe while also fixing its timing. I can't help but feel like this is a cool room idea, but it really needed to be smaller to be tractable. As it is, it's just way too convoluted to try to figure out every single thing. Like, maybe a 4-rock version instead of an 8-rock version would have been better for this idea. Like, you know, something physically smaller with less to try to manage. This is just too much, really, I feel like. I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna try something arbitrary. Like, I don't know, I guess this must be... Like, it's a fun puzzle if you get how it works the right way, but it's kind of hard to stumble into this puzzle in the middle of, like, a level full of other completely different lemming puzzles. And, like, this is the only one that's this particular kind of puzzle, and the very first of that kind that you encounter is this difficult. Like, I could see reserving this version for a hard secret variant and making something a little bit smaller as the introduction to this idea. I don't know. Like, I don't really have a problem with... Like, this is a very like, for lack of a better word, obvious way to use the lemming in a way. Is there any way I could tweak the later stones to make this connect with them? Got right now, it's landing here. If I bumped it there, then it might do something useful. Now, if I can remember which stones I'm allowed to change. Okay, the 4 to my west I can't change. The 4 to my east are the ones that are supposed to finish guiding it. I would want this to go farther east. Hold on, let me double check what I think I know. Okay, it's hitting that at the start, and then it's hitting that on the 10th. So this on the 10th. Right. So if it starts south from there, so it's here on the 10th, turns there, hits that. Is this going to be the right timing? I think so. No. This doesn't look right. Hold on, did I? Setting that. Oh yeah, I know what breaks this timing. That wouldn't leave it enough time. from here, the soonest that it can be at a safe spot is there, and that's too soon. And then it would have to be all the way over here, and that's too late. I think it takes just as long for the lemming to get here. Which is to say, too long. It would die before it could get there. Even if I try to get from this safe spot to going east as soon as possible, it would still die before it got anywhere close. I feel like this, or that other time when I had a solution that would have worked if I could delete a rock midway through, are probably the closest I'm ever going to get to solving this on my own. Because I think I've exhausted every way I can think of, like thinking through this. I've tried working it forwards, I've tried working it backwards. I'm literally playing the part of the lemming walking through the maze, trying to understand how it would work. The problem is I cannot calculate in my head how this is going to work. Like, I can't count turns and tiles simultaneously. The only way I can understand whether or not what I have is working is by actually running around in it, and that gets kind of tedious after a while. I guess if you can just tell me, the rocks... No two rocks are in the same column right now. So there's the first through the 8th rock as far as it is right now. Which of them is wrong? Like the first one being here, the second one there, the third one there, 4th one, 5th one, 6th one, 7th one, 8th one. Which rock isn't right? Or are they all wrong and it's just close in a different way? Okay. So... that would mean this one and that one. Okay. So before it reaches that one, it was safe here, as I remember. Do I just need to pull these both up a little? I don't... Will it survive that? Let's see. Okay, I guess that's it. Oh, okay. Okay, no, I must not have done that right then. Try something else. Why did I... Hold on. It's this. Turns, goes here, turns. Did I misremember where it was when that spike went up? Oh no, it's there. Okay. I thought it was at the southmost one. That was what I was getting confused by. So it's here when it's safe. And then I need it to go far enough south so that when it hits that one to go north, maybe it should be like that. Hi. I don't know anything about Linux. I've never done anything Linux related much in my life. Okay, that fixed it. Ugh, what a room. I think that's exit level. Yeah. And now I can move on to the exam. Well, that being said about Linux, I do have experience with being frustrated by computers not working. So sympathy is in supply, at least. Oh, don't forget to actually stab that lemming. Or do I want to do that? No, I think I want to send him after that one. Let's go to the west. Alright, thank you. I guess I need to traverse these 4 circles. Oh, there we go. I think the exit's over to the west. This way. Who goes there? Ether Budkin, a smite master, I come in peace. Then you may pass, but you must keep your sword sheathed while in the settlement. Alright. I guess Half is being left behind here. Meanwhile, Sadako emerged from the gateway to the lower stonework, still reeling from the clamor echoing through her skull. She had seen many horrors in her decades as a healer. She had done her best to mend villagers who had been sliced apart by vicious hooks, and spent many nights lying awake listening to the screams of tortured memories. But those were things she could cope with because they were part of the human world, and even if humans could be brutal at times, she knew they were also capable of loyalty and sacrifice and love. This was something else entirely. The scraping of giant slabs of stone and the pounding of limbs like colossal hammers, this was incomprehensible and terrifying. If piles of rocks could lift themselves up and start walking, then Sadako could no longer be sure the very walls around her would not topple over and crush her. There was no way back to safety now. It was much too far away. All she could do was cling on to the one tiny hope she had left, the hope that the strange voice that sent her here had done so for a purpose. This couldn't be how it all ended. Not yet. Freddy, please listen to me. You've got to take a message for me. Go find Beethro Budkin. He's the only person who can help us now. No, I don't know where he is, but he's probably got back to the surface by now. He looked like a strong man. I'm sure he managed to find his way out. So please go up to the surface and see if you can find him. Yes, I know it's a long way up, but I'll help you. When I step on the power token, you move in the direction I'm facing, alright? Don't worry, Freddy, we'll get through this together. Just be careful and don't fall in the water. Freddy Fagundo, everybody's favorite mascot. We're not going to talk about the other friendly mascot character whose name is Freddy. Now I know she said don't step in the water, but I kind of have to here, I think. Sigh. Ah well, I'm sure he'll pick himself up in the time it takes me to walk to the next room. Okay. Slick little, I don't remember, but I don't think we've seen this before, because we've recently introduced Thin Ice. This is a slick way to let the player know no interaction with Thin Ice, power token, interaction with Thin Ice. Oops, don't do that. Actually, what do I want to do here? I guess I just want to light the fuses at the right time. That's probably too early. Yeah, that's definitely too early. Okay. Is that still too early? No, but that's too late. Okay, that feels better. No, it's not better. Oh, wait, do I just need to... It's probably too... I just need to do the final explosion like that. Okay. So these are all canonically the same Fernando following her around. For the record. I feel like I should be avoiding the power tokens, and I say that before even assessing what they would do. This plate would lock the room. But you also need to press it to get rid of this roach. By avoiding power tokens, I can do that. But then... if I move straight down, that keeps Freddy safe for now. I think I need to go stand on this door. have to somehow stand on that door while moving north, or while the Fecunda is moving north at least. There we go. I'm pretty sure that was necessary. Right. Okay, and then I can leave that way and come back. Everything is now fixed. And I can go in multiple directions. Like this one. I guess Freddy bought a friend today. That was the wrong way to start. Maybe this will be better. Oh, that's annoying. Not really succeeding at killing these quickly enough. That's real great. Have to kill fast and bullets too slow. There we go. trajectory of the level has been northward, so I'm guessing it's good to start now. Okay, this is presumably about how arrows and orthosquares do not cause Fagundos to explode. I bet I want that one to explode there for reasons. Oh yeah, that's a simultaneity thing, isn't it? Actually, I'm not sure. What is my goal in this room? Oh, I needed to press that first. That makes sense. Okay. Now, I need to press both of those at the same time. Okay. I need to press both of those at the same time as pressing the one beyond the thin ice. Which is going to be awkward. I need a way to go down. I don't have one. I could face rather than turn. Then I can move here. I'm not sure how to align these two completely, though. I guess just wait a turn. Yeah. There we go. Ta-da, indeed. Okay. Here we have a big, huge area to walk around through, possibly. What is my goal here? I suppose I need to open this door, which requires a roach to go into this door. My theory is that the goal of this room is to block the roach with a Fagundo. Like with its ashes so that it can't, yeah, like that. That lets me pull the roach all the way down there. And I can go ahead and set this up there. The only problem is, or at least a problem here, is that I really need to actually, I think I know what I can do. I'd like to prevent the roach from going south actually for a while. So this would be the true ideal. This kind of explains the gargantuan room we have here. So in that case, I want to be as far this way as possible. And get the Fagundo and come into the right place almost. here I don't know how to block the roach without killing it. Because if I do that, it'll just blow the roach up, and that's no good. I can't let that happen. I guess I just need to do this in a very specific way. Okay, and now we're back to the same exact position we started with the original roach, which I already know how to deal with. Okay. Then we kill them in the right order. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Here we go. Okay. How does this work? I guess I have to press that one first, and then this one. And pressing that one creates an awkward situation, of course. There we go. Awkward situation navigated. As I'd guessed, there isn't the continuation of the path proper is this way. I guess I'll try the west one. Oh no, the room is east central one. Okay. We have a collection of bombs. The goal is to press this button. However, right. Okay. So there are two non-Fagundo things in this room that could possibly press that button. We definitely want it to be the roach that does the job, because whatever presses the button has to also... Oh, I can't do that. Whatever presses the button also has to die on a hot tile. And obviously the mud baby can't do that. So I can delay the roach for a decent while by doing that. Is that what I want to do? I'm not entirely confident how this is supposed to work. theoretically, that's a possibility, except not really. Because then it just goes that way. Okay. I just needed to explode that particular corner. That makes sense. Okay. Now I'll continue the path and try going this way. Some buttons to press. Sure. All the buttons have to be pressed. The last thing the Fagundo can do is release the roach. So am I just carving a path for the roach? In theory, this button at least could be pressed by the Fagundo. The only places I can cut the roach's path are where I have one of these islands to work with. I certainly don't want the roach rushing south. I don't think it necessarily would anyway, but I don't want it to. I want its path to definitely go through each button, if possible. Right. So if I just... I need to break that off. Oh wait, no, I messed up at some point. After going through this button, it needs to be permitted to go east because it has to hit this button somehow. So I actually don't want it going... I force it to go south first. I think so. That would force it to go all the way south and then start trekking back up to the north. As long as this is cut, then it will go down, around, through this button. Then it'll be going east, and I can probably make it hit the other three buttons that way. Yeah. So it'll go this way, get that, get that. I just need to make sure it has no way the rest of the way south except through that button. So I think that's the path I want for it. Give it a try. I didn't cut one thing I should have, which was... oh, there? It's always going to have a path through this button, isn't it? I guess this was wrong. It's always possible that I'm not supposed to hit that with the Facundo, but with the Roach. But I don't know. If I wanted to force it to go south, then back north, I would have to make sure that there are no paths that it can use to go east faster. But here, there's no way to do that. So probably that's just not the right approach. So back to the most obvious thing, which is to try to make it hit the buttons from northmost to southmost. Doing that means it has to go through this one initially. And then it has to be forced eastward, all the way east to that one. I think that plan has the same problem, which is that it'll just cut through this island anyway. That's not right. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, with this, it will be forced to go north through that button. And then maybe the rest of that idea I had earlier will work from here. So now I need it to go to this button, so cut that. Now it will be forced through here, and I think it will hit that, because there's no reason for it to be trying to go this way. And then it just needs to go hit this button. So I need that to be the only way to do it. I think that'll work. Yeah, it works. Okay. Phew. Yes. I suppose I'm just trying to wing around. So the goal here must be to keep the roach alive. Well, I sawtooth myself completely out of the room. That's no good. Is that enough? No. Now I can do this without leaving the room. Great. Okay. Giant spike balls, by the way. Okay, I guess I don't want to interact with that yet. I'll need to open that first. Okay. This is a note that Fagundos do not work the same way as mimics. Do I want to do that? I think so. I just want to kill that one. Then what I want to do here is somehow kill those two without getting killed. I'm losing the Fernando. Works. There we go. Okay. And here's Fagundo plus Briar. I guess I just need a clear path into there. Which I would guess should arrive as a result of destroying all the roots and then cleaning up enough of the remaining briar. Maybe one of the official holds had a significantly harder version of this. This is relatively gentle by comparison, yeah? And I was saying, this feels kind of familiar. Do I still need the Fagundo to be alive? I mean, I guess I can't need that because I can't have that, so let's just move on. Here we have this one really annoying graphical quirk of blue bricks that I wish we could just fix. Shallow water has a color, but if there's wall north of it, it inexplicably has a completely different color. It doesn't look like a shadow on the shallow water, it just looks like that particular piece of shallow water is mysteriously a different color. Also, I think I messed up. Do I need to do something different to start? Maybe I do need to get... I don't think it's survivable to try to get rid of that. Am I missing something? Even if I can cut through there as quickly as possible, that wouldn't be enough time to keep that briar from growing into the path, would it? Still get killed. I said don't get killed. So what am I messing up here? There's no way that I would have enough time to get across there. I guess I'm supposed to do it while I'm also in the room. That's the only real conclusion I can draw, though. Alright. That's significantly more annoying, but I guess that's about what you'd expect. Well, now there's no way for me to survive. I guess... Nope, can't live through that. Yeah, I have to be against a wall. If I'm not against a wall, then that happens. So this is the only path I can take and survive even that far, is being up against a wall, so that I don't get instantly surrounded. But either I'm instantly surrounded, or I'm eventually surrounded. Neither of which seems any better. Yeah, that didn't help. Ideally, I should just be able to clean up from here. Or not. What? How did that happen? I explode the area and it instantly grows back? Yeah, I have to go against a wall again. I have a fundamental understanding of Briar for the most part, but I wouldn't consider myself an expert on the arcane way that it decides whether or not to grow sometimes. Like, I've read a lot of, I've played plenty of levels, I've read plenty of tutorials about it. It still isn't necessarily something that I would intuitively be able to know without looking at things and counting things in a way that feels kind of tedious to me. Okay, slowly march my way south. I think I should be able to do that. Okay, no more growth in this part of the room. Now just have this window sit tight while I go take care of things here. Then it can open the way. Yeah, that's one of those things that I didn't know. Like, I wouldn't say that I've never learned or done that, but it's not something that I know off the top of my head. Straight lines just feel like the obvious way to do it. Now fly, Freddy. Fly straight up and don't ever look back. I hope he's going to be alright. Okay, that causes... That's an unusual scripted entrance. The requirement is that a non-player thing, that is, a Fagundo, goes far enough north, I assume. Alright. Unreal City. Under the gray fog of a corsuary dawn, Bethro stepped into the narrow bridge that formed the only passage between the high walls of the settlement. The bridge was covered in a layer of grime, and Bethro could see the traces of the citizens who passed back and forth on their daily routine. But there were so few. The attempt to reclaim a small part of the lowlands for human habitation had been valiant, to be sure. Over to one side, a space had been cleared in front of the wall. The briars and long grass were already fighting back, but there was enough of a gap that Bethro could see the lines of standing stones, rough markers of those who had fallen in the struggle. Now, within the walls of the settlement, the few who remained still went about their tasks, even though they no longer had much meaning. Bethro's hand moved instinctively toward the hilt of his sword, ready to offer his services in the only way he knew how. But he stopped the motion and reminded himself that he was only passing through. In truth, the only thing now that would save these people would be a peace treaty with the king, and that was entirely outside Bethro's power. Still, he resolved to do what he could, even if he could only help in a small way. Oh, there's Half. Okay, I was gonna wonder if he was forgetting something. So, you wait here, Half. We don't know yet if these people are friendly. Mr. Budkin, is it? Just go that way, through the gates.
Ralph, open up. I can't.
Awfully friendly entrance to your city, a bunch of spike traps. Not the best security system I've ever seen. Still, I suppose it's enough to keep out the roaches. Alright, bye, Health. So, our exam level is an unarmed level, full of what Bethro might consider side quests. That's fun. Excuse me, would you be so kind as to help me over the water? You could just sail the raft. I would, but I'm frightened I might get my feet wet. Look, if you're going to get frightened at little things like that, what made you come to the lowlands in the first place? Well, my family are from West Oist, and we always felt that East King wasn't our rightful ruler. And what does that have to do with it? Oops. Go back. Rightful ruler. What does that have to do with it? I don't know, I guess it felt like a good idea at the time. Alright, I'll do my best to help you. Oh, thank you, sir, I'm so grateful. Okay, so... I think this room is asking me to use a mimic to do the tablecloth trick, which is my name for a technique that resembles a magic trick. You know how there's that magic trick that when the magician's supposed to pull a tablecloth off the table in such a way that everything on the table remains in place somehow, because the table's still there, the cloth is just gone. So it's the same idea, but with, platforms, like that. The you replace one platform with another. I guess it's not identical to the tablecloth trick. This would be more like if you somehow... if you somehow not only pulled the tablecloth off, but also put a different tablecloth on at exactly the same time, which would be really impressive if a magician could do that. But it still has the same kind of concept, at least. Oh, don't drop him into the water, Mimic. We're trying to be slightly nice here. Anyway, that's a fun trick to do. Like, it doesn't matter that the platform that was under it is no longer the platform that is under it. You know? Anyway, what's the deal with this? Essentially, I don't want him to come back to his current home. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think he'll try to rotate through them in the order that I give them to him. In which case, I would want him to do a bunch of diagonal movements. So immediately after he's pressed that, I should open it. I don't think that's going to be enough time. Yeah, it's enough time to enter, but not to leave. Alright. Maybe I should start the far way off. And this. Then across. In that way. Definitely better. Oh, it's just barely good enough. Alright, that room wanted you to do the exact right thing, or else. Hello, what are you doing there? Well, I'm tending to the relay stations. I can see that, but why do you keep going back and forth? I have to tend them all equally to make sure they're all equally well tended to. But what about those other ones? Oh, I can't get to those right now, but if you open the door for me, I'll gladly add them to my agenda. Sometimes I think the whole world's gone crazy. Left-click on a citizen to see his current target. So what I want him to do... Oh. It's a bit complicated. I want him to press these, but not the ones in the center. This is a multi-press that will toggle. Okay. So if I do this, then he would next just go straight across. But if I... If I do that with the right timing, he'll hit that one at least. Then... perhaps if I open both of these... Oh no, that's no good. Oh, but if I do this... It's really brave to make citizen manipulation. I guess this isn't the exam yet. This is the citizen manipulation level. Oh boy. No. not really sure how to hit those northern couple of buttons. Well, I guess the northwest one isn't important, but the northeast one is. How do I hit that one? Okay, just do that. That's not that complicated. Oh, okay. Alright. So... yeah. This is about taking relay stations away. So just for the record, right now he's just moving in a circle. Okay. If I just destroy this one, then he'll keep moving in the same circle. Oh, but there are 3 mirrors. Hang on. 3 is enough to actually do something. Maybe. If I do that, it'll destroy everything except... yeah, I don't want that. I suppose I just keep it from going north. And now he will hit that one. And that's it. I don't know how to ever make him hit the central one. Let's see. If I actually place these at the corners here, then I could safely move them off without lighting the fuse and do something else with them. And if I keep this one like this, stop the fuse there. Now he'll hit that one. Great. Maybe I can just prevent the one in the top right corner from exploding, and that will do something helpful. Also, hello. Does that help? That doesn't help in the slightest. What about this? Does this help? That makes him hit that one. But now I cannot see any way to make it hit the middle one. I'm gonna have to come back to this one. Let's do something else. Hey there, can you help me? Sure, what's the problem? I'm trying to make up my mind on which color I should be. Should I be a red citizen and visit red relay stations? Or should I be a blue citizen and visit blue relay stations? Does it matter? Matter? This is the one defining decision of a citizen's life. Once you choose your color, you're stuck with it forever. Then why not just go for whichever one is closest? That is no way to make such a fundamental... Oh, well, maybe you have a point. Crazy people. Alright. Alright, so the goal is to get them to go two different ways. I need this one to have a really long path. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm a lot less sure how to achieve it while leaving myself a way out. I say that having also managed to accidentally, well, not entirely accidentally manage it. What to do? Should I be yellow? Should I be purple? Yellow, purple, yellow, purple? Why is everyone in this place so fixated about colors? Our colors are very important. We have to be organized into teams so that we can help each other survive in this wilderness. I believe it's called division of labor. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'd give me a hand shifting these mirrors. No, why would I want to do that? Never mind. Okay. So, we need to press this and then that. First of all, what happens if I just do nothing? He goes that way. So I actually want him to not do that. Now I'm wondering what leak that prevents. Like, the only thing that does is open this, which opens that. But if this directly opened that, surely that would also work. I don't think I'm blocking off the right thing. Oh. Okay. Why though? This is an easy fix. is what I was going to do anyway. I don't understand why you needed to prevent the use of walking into shallow waters as opposed to just having one less mirror. Did I break it a different way or what? Oh well. Boy, does this look complicated. So, yeah. There's a lot of things in this level, in this room. Guess eventually I need to push... Oh, maybe you're going to help me out here with what I'm supposed to be doing. Can you help me, sir? I'm tired and want to get back to my home. What's stopping you from just walking in? Well, I had a quarrel with my daughter this morning. She stormed out and left all these powder kegs everywhere. It doesn't feel safe now. Alright, I'll go in and check that everything is safe. Would you, sir? Oh, thank you so much. So, I mean, it looks like he's supposed to go press this button. Right? He's a regular citizen. If I do that, he wanders in, presses that. Is that good? I don't think that's good, but I don't know. Just trying to make sense of this one. I think my goal is for him to not be purple and go to the blue thing instead of into his home. But that's like the opposite of what he asked Ether to help him with, which seems weird. If I took two of them here, use the third one to block off the way. And I can get as far as this. You won't have a path to the relay station unless I personally go press the button. There's nothing that opens this again once it's closed, so I can't walk through there. Huh. Maybe I should just block the way behind me. Open this. Does this help somehow? I don't understand this room at all. Like, the thing that the guy expressly tells me to do seems to be the opposite of the thing that I'm supposed to do, which feels completely wrong. No, I don't. I've switched computers, so you might be hearing this computer's fans because it's a laptop. And it tries its best to mute its own fan noise from the mic, but I guess it can't be perfect at that. Yeah, that doesn't help. that, assuming, and this is a big assumption, that my goal is supposed to be to make him go to the blue relay here before he wants to go to the pink ones here in his house. Assuming that, the only way that I could do that is by exiting the house through this door and pressing this button. But I have to do that while he doesn't have a way in. But if I open this door, then he will have a way in. If I want to prevent there from being a way in, I can use 2 powder kegs from this arrow, but then there's no way to block a way in if I have a way out. If I use 3 entire powder kegs, then I could block this entrance and keep him from coming in. But I can't even press this button without using up all of them. Or at least most of them. Because I'll use 2 to block the door, block the entrance. I have to use 1 to get 2 more of them, 3 more of them. If I go in here without exploding this powder keg right here, then I don't have a way out. Or without blowing up both this one and that one, so that I can use the tunnel. If I do all that, now I need 3 powder kegs to block this entrance. And I need a 4th one to press the button. I don't have a 4th one. I can't free up either of these because he will immediately have a path. Not to mention, I actually need 2 more right now to even get to where the button is. I don't get it. Like, if I'm even correct in the first place about what this room is asking me to do, I think I need a half dozen more powder kegs to do it. Or mirrors could work as well. Never mind the fact that if I block off the way into here, but there's a way to get over here from over there, then you can just go to this station instead. I don't get this room at all. Well, I think I understand this room, kind of. That's just silly. Okay. there. Okay, someone stands here and he needs to press that. So I need that open. Sure. I need that to not be closed. Don't know. I suppose a mimic could hold either of these down just fine. Or I could hold them down and let the mimic go touch the token. But I don't know how to delay this one from going anywhere for very long at all. Especially not when his very first goal is to go the wrong way, to the east. I don't really understand how the blocking of the citizen worked in that previous room. Why he didn't go around me, I don't know. Okay, well, I guess this is working. Maybe. Eventually give up and go that way instead. That's great. I have no idea how to recreate that. I suppose that's good enough, although I don't really understand how or why this works like this. Okay. So, what's that arrow thingy for? This is the Temple of the Arrow. The arrow bids us to persevere and never falter. Other citizens, if they find their path blocked for a few turns, will give up and try another way. But we Brethren of the Arrow always wait patiently until the path is clear. I see. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. You are welcome. The Temple of Arrow is always open. Thanks, but I left some leaf juice brewing. He's being sarcastic without being sarcastic. It's great. So I need them to be spaced so that they'll keep pressing that button, I guess. How would this spacing work out? Oh, great. Something like this. A little bit more delay. Yeah, now just block the yellow guy, I think. Or... no, this works. I can just put him in front of them. Look at that. That should be perfect. As usual, there's exactly enough turns. path here. Yep. So I'm just going to lay out my initial assumption that this is about not getting that guy killed. About getting that guy not killed. In which case, this is a multi-use, so you can keep closing that on him, so he won't go kill himself with it. And I think I just need to get this door open by getting a powder keg onto that button. Which is going to require me to get keg here, keg there, then keg there. That was either thunder or heavy construction out my window. Alright, so I just need to go press this. I need to babysit that button while doing some pushing. You have longer to go press it than it feels like you might. Okay. This is going to be the difficult part. I feel like I should wait for a situation like this. These tables are really placed in a manner that feels kind of hostile to habitation. Like, could you imagine walking into someone's house and there are tables just literally blocking the doors? Oh, that's why I did that. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Get away with that. Just barely. That wastes your turn. Honestly, I think going back to repress it might be wasting some turns as well. Hang on. Try to realign things a little better. Got it? Yes. He will go press the button I want him to press. He will not die. Very nice. Gonna thank me for saving you? Of course not. But that's fine, I was saving you for my own ends anyway. What's the deal here? Does this toggle the fire traps? This toggles all of the fire traps. This is neat. I can tell that he's trying to go the way I want him to try to go, and then undo to the previous turns that he's trying to go that way exactly when I want him to be. Makes this feel very controllable. Kill him, though. There we go. Perfect. Now if I just reactivate the death traps, we'll go this way. I guess I should be nice and turn them off, since B3 is trying to be nice in this level. Okay, what is this? This opens, this closes. These do something. Sure. And these three buttons also do something. Okay, so I need two of them. I'm allowed to let two of them out. And I only need to let two of them out. But... something, hold down the buttons. Feels like I could just guess pairs until one of them works. There's not that much interaction to this room. Do I just watch them run around in circles until they line up correctly? Feels like it could work. Because what I want is to stop both of them on the on-off plate, right? So if their paths differ by some amount, then they'll eventually catch up to each other if one of them is behind or ahead. And hit the plates at the same time, like that. I don't know whether every pair would have worked, or if there was a pair that wouldn't have worked, but that pair worked. Okay. Maybe it's faster if you use the blue one somehow. Yeah, I can see that makes sense. That involves counting. I'm too lazy to count, unless I absolutely have to. At least when I'm playing draw, I am. Okay, I think that leaves just these two rooms. I know what this room wants, I'm just not really sure how to achieve it. So that's great. I would imagine that if the north and south ones were the only relays around, then he would definitely go between them and press that on-off plate in the middle. But that doesn't solve the problem at all of how to get any of the rest of the plates pressed. If if I do this... Well, he pressed one of them. He didn't press the other one, but he pressed one of them. So do I just need to monkey with the timing a little bit using the third mirror, and that's it? Could be. It could also have been some kind of luck with my personal timing of things, like when I lit the fuse. Do I maybe want to not go west? Like this? I think that's it. Okay. Well, this is what I mean when I talk sometimes about solving puzzles intuitively. I didn't really analyze that. I just kind of... Like, I wouldn't say that it was an easy puzzle, right? It's a tough puzzle, but I worked backwards from knowing what the final state was supposed to be and just tried a couple of things that felt reasonable until something worked. And that feels great. It feels great to me. I'm sure a lot of other people really enjoy solving things, like, very analytically. That wasn't intended? What was intended, actually, then? You kind of... Is this solution intended? Let's see, what does Krish do? Krish blocks... those. Okay. Is that what's intended? So that gets rid of that one. And then keeps the 3 in the corner here. That works, too. Is that intended? The only difference, or the main difference, is that leaves the northeast one alive. Yeah, it's hard for me to tell what could have been intended, what the intended could have looked like. Okay, so this room. I still don't understand this room. Like, I think I know what it's ultimately asking of me, but it doesn't seem possible with the resources provided. Which is a very typical way to be stuck in a room, sure, but that a thing is typical doesn't necessarily make it good or helpful to know about. So, if I try my best to block his way in while going to the room that I need to go to, this is basically what it looks like. And then I'll go here, try to block that. Yeah. If in theory I had 2 more powder kegs, which I don't, but if I did, I would use one of them to blow this up and then use the other one to press this. And then he would just reach this relay station, so that wouldn't work. If I had 3 powder kegs, I would put one of them here, one of them there. Heck, I mean like 4. So one of them here, one of them there, one of them does that, one of them presses that. Could I... Oh, right, so the problem is that I can't use these 2 at all. If I had a way to get those 2 out without blowing up a bunch of additional pathway, I could block this off. And then I could push one north into this force arrow to block this off. Maybe I could free these two up if I had that completely blocked. So yeah, I don't have enough powder kegs to do this. I need to have one more that I have access to out here before I try to free those two. If I recklessly blow up this one that feels obviously wrong, I gain 2, but I lose 2. Because I have to put 2 here, and 1 there, and 1 over there. Well, I assume that trading 1 for 2 here, or 1 for 3 here is obviously useful and necessary at least. Let's just suppose for a moment that I try to do things this way. Then I can fill in a wall and gain 2. I guess this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Just one problem, I can't get a powder keg into this room where I need it. So I'm still one of them less than I need to have. All because this guy has a force arrow trap in his house for some reason. Why would you ever put this in your house? Well, at least I've gone from being like a half a dozen less than I need than one to being 1 less than I need. And that because of a geometric problem. Yeah, that because of a geometric problem. With that way blocked, I can't push 1 out. Something like this to gain that one. Currently the way in is completely blocked. Oh, that's a force arrow, but I can just juggle this one out here. And then what? I can get 2 out here. One of them could blow that up. That doesn't wreck anything yet. But now I have to get a powder keg to the button without ruining it. I don't think I can. Because of this one bookshelf being in the way. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah? Kinda. It still doesn't really work, though. right now I'm in the problem I was talking about earlier, where I don't have a way out, and he doesn't have a way in. If I push this, I give him a way in by trying to make a way out. Oh, is that going on again? You can post in CaravelNet chat if you need to. I don't know whether you can hear any tapping, but that's rain on the window nearby, if you do hear that. What can I even do now? The only way I could solve it from here would be to just teleport this keg instantly over to here or something. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, the optimizer's solution didn't do it either, so that makes sense though. It's what I would imagine trying to do, but timing everything being gone is considerably harder than just keeping two of them around that he will pace across the button through. Feels like. Let's go back a little bit. I mean, this feels like the right thing to do, because this gets really close. And usually in a puzzle, when you're getting really close, it means one of two things. It either means that you are really close and just need to adjust things slightly, or it means that you're completely wrong and need to change your approach to something completely different. And I don't know which of those two this situation is. So, there's that. Could I not? No. Without this one here, I can't push any of these. If this one is removed from here, I can push it, but not any of those. I can do this. This doesn't help. If that wasn't a force arrow, this would help. But that doesn't help. It's just too bad you can't push a powder keg through a tunnel. Okay. Hint for this room. I have one question. Should I explode on this hot tile? Is that a thing that I should do, or is it not? Because it feels like doing that led me to this situation where I'm close, but I can't find a way to make it work. But I wasn't getting anywhere close doing anything else, but maybe... Okay. Let's try not exploding that again. Sure. Let's just try something radically different then. That works for now. One keg less than I need to have. I can trade this one for 3. That gives me a total of 5, but one of them has to replug this hole. Which leaves me with 4. If what I had before was 1 less than what I need, then this should be as many as I need, I think. Careful with that. Okay, load this up. Go block this force arrow passage. Up here. Okay, is there any dialogue stating that Beethro expressly didn't do what he wanted to do? Well, sir, how was it? I'm not sure. I took care of the powder kegs, but the walls look pretty flaky to me. Maybe you'd best stay outside for a while. Yeah, just don't go to your house, friend. It's never going to be safe again, so you can never go to bed. I don't know, maybe his daughter can disarm all the powder kegs and patch all the walls or something. I guess this is classified as not Beethro's problem. Okay. Yeah, thank you for that nudge. I was going down a dead end because it felt like it was going somewhere. Alright. Now that's interesting. There's a conquer token over there. Oh. Mr. Beethro Budkin. That's me. I'm glad to meet you at last. I've heard so much about you. Who's been talking? I'm Martina, the first citizen of this settlement. You've given my citizens a lot of help with their tasks. It was nothing. All part of a day's work. Even so, we are grateful. If there's any service we can offer in return, well, there is one thing. Splendid. Then would you like to come into my hut and we can have a little chat? Okay. So, does this count as a gameplay usage of a checkpoint? Because there was a cutscene that was activated by stepping on the checkpoint expressly. Welcome, Mr. Budkin. This is my humble abode. You sure have a lot of bookshelves. Naturally, my people are refugees from the West Kingdom. When we were forced out of our homes, we brought only the essentials with us. Forced out? What exactly happened? Well, after the castle of our beloved king disappeared into the earth, many of us decided we could no longer live under the rule of the East King. So we came and settled here, hidden under the shadow of the mountains. You know, about that castle... Yes, Mr. Budkin? Did you ever think that maybe some of the people survived? Oh yes, strange as it may seem, some of them lived and they settled in a cavern deep underground. Oh, so you already knew. Wait, you knew about that too? Yeah, I've just found my way up here, thanks to Half. You needn't have troubled. There's a system of passages that connects the Veiled Fortress with the surface. Yeah, Angwin told me about that. You've met Prince Angwin? Then why didn't he show you the way up? There was a misunderstanding. We were going to talk and clear things up, but he said he had business to attend to first. Ah yes, negotiations with the king, or as we call him, the East King. Wait, isn't Angwin the son of the king? You know, being a prince and all. Oh no, Prince Angwin is heir to the line of the West Kingdom. He has been invited to the East Castle for diplomatic negotiations. He is trying to gain our people back our freedom. Good luck with that. I've had a few dealings with kings in my time. We must be patient. I suppose that means you're not going to help me get off this island. I wish I could, Mr. Budkin. But above these mountains, the East King's spies are watchful. They know the settlement exists, but not its precise location. If you were caught and they followed your trail back to us... Yeah, I get it. Then what? You want me to just wait it out while Angwin negotiates? We would do everything we could to make you comfortable. But there is one thing you might like to do while you wait. Yeah, what's that? An hour ago, a message arrived by Fagundo. It's addressed to a Bethra Budkin. A message for me? Who was it from? Lady Sadako. She lives in an underground sanctuary. We've met, crazy old lady. She is a talented healer and a friend of my people. I see. So what does this message say? She wants you to meet her outside Lower Stoneworks. She has something to show you, something she could not even confide to paper. It's Lower Stoneworks. I passed through Upper Stoneworks, but I don't know how to get back there. To the north of here, there is a ravine. If you follow it down to the bottom, you will arrive just outside Lower Stoneworks. I would take the Fagundo with you. You can send a message on ahead. That will let Lady Sadako know that you are coming. Alright, I'll go. Better than waiting around in this dump for however long it takes. I wish you a safe journey, Mr. Budkin. Thanks again for your help. Man, Bethro does not mince his words. Crazy old lady, this dump, talking to the leader of this dump. Great. What does this button do? I don't think there's anything in this room for me. Okay. Go back. Don't do that. Okay. I have to believe that the mayor's position... Did she say she was a mayor? Yeah, I have to believe that the mayor's position is that this is a rough-tongued person who's also demonstrated with his actions, you know, which speak louder than words, that he is a good person. So just put up with it. That has to be what she's thinking, right? Hence, she doesn't kind of bite back with him too much. Alright. Fiery Ravine. The peculiar shape of Oist, of the island of Oist, twin highland plateaus with a chasm of the lowlands between, has given rise to many theories as to its origin. The ravine theory proposes that below the island, the bedrock of the Eighth is so hot as to become molten in places, creating a network of veins that course through cracks in the stone, rubbing away all small particles and bearing them down to an inferno far beneath. This erosion gradually weakens the rock until it collapses, leaving a valley centered around the molten ravine. Its existence remains entirely hypothetical. The lowlands are so inhospitable that no one would be mad enough to search them for evidence of such a ravine, unless that is someone on the surface needed to get all the way down to the lower stoneworks in a tearing hurry. So I assume, although it wasn't really brought up, I assume that Half is just sitting comfortably in that town, being, fed and tended to. They're babysitting Half for Bethro as a small favor that didn't really get mentioned, I'm guessing. So we need all 3 of these buttons pressed, don't we? Yep. Armed with Fagundo. The only real difference is it's tougher to turn. But that is a pretty big difference. Oh, 2 Fagundos. Let's see. This and this and that. Okay. Okay, I was hoping to pin one of them separately from the other one. Let's do that. Oh yeah, I can't, Oh, I see what I need to do. I have to kill one of them to give the other one passage to that button. Alright, now the exam really starts. Don't burn any tar babies on the single fire trap. Okay. Let's understand what this room is even asking of me in the first place first. This is going to toggle those. And that's going to open that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to do in this room still. Well, the important thing is there's a bunch of cracked walls. And I can interact with them. Okay. So I'm supposed to feed that adder a whole lot of food. I get it. It basically needs to encounter tar for every single step along its way. Well, tar or a tar baby, honestly. Either one would work. Alright. Now that I know what I'm trying to do, I can make an effort to try to do it. So the way that the challenge would have to work, I think, would be if the Fagundo eats every bit of tar or tar baby that is to be interacted with by the Fagundo. By the adder. And I have one theory as to how to achieve that, although it's pretty silly. I really don't want this divot to be here, but I can't figure out any other way to do this. So, here is my silly theory as to how to do this. I would like this to be all tar babies, no tar. And then... yeah, that does pose a problem, doesn't it? Okay, so I can't do it exactly like this. I need babies to not go past somehow. I don't know that I can do that. I can't think of a formation that would allow the adder through, but not the tar babies. It would have to be some kind of hook kind of thing. But I'd still have to fill every bit of it with tar babies for this to work. So I don't think this will work. Yeah, I don't think I can make this idea work. There are multiple problems with it now, actually. Yeah. Because in this situation, I've got tar babies in a couple of places where they would have to be killed by the fire trap, if anything. So that shape won't work. Yeah, I have multiple competing considerations to try to fulfill. Every tile that the adder will occupy must have a tar baby on it, as far as I can tell. Tar babies must not be allowed to go into the passage, because that would prevent the thing I just said I needed from being possible. Diagonal escape path for B-throw, which the tar babies won't enter, and which the adder won't, because it's diagonal, the adder won't be able to enter either. I feel like this is going to be off by one tar baby. Oh, or that could happen. How can I make it go east? There we go. And then it's going to do that. Okay. Try another different time. Try another different time. Try another different time. Yep, that doesn't quite work. Ah, that's so close to working now. Could I... Can I fill that entire rectangle? I think we're gonna run into a different problem there. Yeah. Alright, I think I'd better give up on the challenge for this room, because I don't really know how to do it. This seems plausible for just solving the room normally, though. Well, I said plausible, not guaranteed. Nope. Nope. That's better. No. Okay, I can see that that's going to be a problem. I'm left feeling like I've tried every part of the 10-turn cycle and it didn't work. Oh, never mind. This almost works. Why does this not work? Am I really supposed to somehow fill that corridor with tar babies while the adder is going through? That doesn't seem realistic at all. Yeah, how and how? I don't see how it's ever possible to get past the second door. Like, there's no way. The adder would have to eat tar in such a way that 3 entire tar babies went into this corridor before the adder reached it? That doesn't seem possible. I'm gonna do something else. Maybe this will be more comprehensible. Here we need to open this. not die, I guess. Yeah, I think this is just a survival. This I should at least be able to comprehend. I thought that might happen, so I should be exploring that one first. Okay, exploring that one at the last possible moment isn't good enough. Sure. Could I... No. It has to be that one that comes first. I don't know what I could possibly be doing wrong. Like, anything that is a valid solution is not going to waste any single one of these bombs. And in some instances, it's impossible to use a bomb in any way other than, like, having it blow up just a couple piles worth of briar. That's right. Because that wastes a bomb. Top left one has to be the one that's used to open the door, because that one is impossible to use for any other purpose. This timer is too long. As efficiently as I think the bombs I can see how to use them. And apparently that's not fast, that's not enough time. Like, I can't see any way to use them better. If I delay even a single turn to let more briar grow, then it wastes an entire bomb. So I have to use these two immediately, like that, or the exact reflection of that is the only way to use these two. And then after that, I have to hurry to this one, whichever one is on the side I did first. And if I delay a single turn in hitting that one, then it wastes one of these two bombs. So I have to run straight to this one. I have to hit the central one and run straight to that one. And now, if I go anywhere except to hitting this one, then this one will be wasted. Or its reflection, if I'm going the other way. And then I'm left with just the one bomb. And I use it at the last possible moment, and it's not enough. There's basically nowhere that I can gain efficiency in bomb usage. I'm already using them in the very last possible instant before they would have been wasted anyway. Like, there's not anything here for me to be missing. I am doing this as efficiently as it is available for me to do it. I don't see where there's any room for me to have missed anything. Like, this is a very straightforward room. But I guess it just demands the absolute possible maximum of efficiency for some reason. Instead of having like a turn or two worth of leeway. And I don't see a way to be more efficient. Like, if I don't use this for this exact purpose, then it just gets eaten later and I don't use it at all. I guess I'll explore another room, because I don't get that one. Even though it should be very simple, it's not. What is this? That explodes that powder keg. Sure. Alright. So I just need the adder to kill the tar runner, right? Or to destroy the last of the tar, anyway. And then I guess the adder should die to that explosive. I'm sure that I'm missing something about this room, but I don't know what it is yet. Aside from this adder just refusing to go north when I think it should be. There we go. Okay. So the last of the tar should be south of where the mother is. Fine. That can be arranged. Just need those to come down. Okay. Well, this one was pretty easy. At least for me it was. I don't know why I found these other two so hard. I guess just different skills being tested. Challenge, kill the tar mother before any tar grows. Okay, I'm gonna take a brief tour, but I'm coming up on the end of what I would like to do. Stream time, I'm planning to cook some food soon afterward. Just want to look around a little bit. It's doing something with brain lubbas. Oh boy, this. What is this? 3 little adders. Curious. Why is this like this? Does that do anything? So this is weird. That plate is set to open this. So if I'm not mistaken, what would happen when you press this with the adders on these 3 plates is that the powder kegs would explode and it would kill the adders, which would toggle all 3 of these, except that one, it would already be open. Well, it would be open before you press this. This would toggle it closed. Does the fact that this is an open connection actually mean anything? Does it? Don't know. Does it matter? Do I need to worry about the move order of these 3 adders? Asking questions like this feels like a waste of time. Surely I should just send them in arbitrarily and see what happens. But there must be something to this. Okay, well there's that. You can't reach this orb without the 3 of them being in this exact set of positions. So, this is a move order thing. I'm supposed to put the one that goes first into this slot? Maybe? I'm gonna take a guess that's what this is saying. I don't know what else it could be saying. And then perhaps the one that goes second should go in the second slot. No, I'm okay for now. Let me keep trying to poke at it first. That's number 2. It's hard to imagine what else this could be about, because there's no other difference between the three adders. If they were of different lengths, then I would imagine it would be about that. But this, yeah. Okay, no, I don't... I guess this was, like, not a mistake, but just a thing that happened to be the case. It really looked like this was going to be something that locked the way out by opening and then things got toggled the wrong way. So that these three weren't in sync. That's what I thought was happening with that being an open when everything else is a toggle, but I guess that's not what it is. It just happens to look like that. It just so happens to have been set to open and not toggle. Alright. I mean, you know, move order is on the table now. It's within the rule set. It's a thing that we were expressly made to understand by a specific level. So it's fair game that there's a level that there's a room that asks you to do something with move order, technically. It's just very much appreciated that the room does something to communicate that that's what it wants me to worry about. And I would argue that room does a good job of that, because in that room there is no other difference between the adders besides their move order. So the fact that the room is all about deciding which one goes first, yeah, that's what I mean. The fact that that room is all about deciding which adder goes into which slot, but the only difference between the adders is their move order, means that the room is about move order. The room basically communicates that fact if you really think about it for a moment. That's how I would prefer rooms that desire you to that demand that you deal with move order, like, do that, instead of just assuming that move order is among the things that you'll check for in a more cluttered environment, I guess I would say. I don't know. Move order is not my favorite thing, but that was a use that wasn't so bad. I could say that. So, I think I'm going to call it a day for now. Come back next Saturday. We've taken a bit of a tour and poked at a few rooms and solved a couple at least. I'm gonna go find a checkpoint to stop off at. That one will do. That's kind of at the beginning of the level. Anyway, I'm going to make some tacos now, so see you next week as far as I know. Thank you for watching.